What's up, guys? It's your boy Michael or Shock here, coming to a brand new video. Today's video is going to be another story time with Shock. I believe it's my third one, so I've done two in the past. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video, like you enjoyed the last two that I did. And pretty much what I want to talk about is an interview. I did an interview with my brother, and we both got paid. Yes, that sounds crazy, right? But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you from the beginning. So 2 to 3 weeks ago, from the day I upload this video, pretty much what happened is I was like, dude, I'm bored as hell. It's a boring ass day. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call up my boy George or Neglect. All right, I call him up, and we were talking. He was like, yo, Michael, Shock, like, I gave your brother a phone number. Call that phone number and tell him you want to get interviewed. They're going around interviewing people in the LA area, and they're asking them questions about esports because they're doing a documentary or something like that. So I called them up, and I was like, yo, so, I would like to get interviewed and stuff like that. And he was like, they only have one spot left, and, Neglect or George told me that there was a way to get an interview with, Chris or Parasite. And I was like, yeah, I'll have him agree to the interview, just as long as, I get, profit out of it or something. He said he'll see what he can do. So I ended up, I hung up. I told my brother, I was like, yo, so you want to get interviewed and make this easy 200 beans? And he was like, sure. So I called him back up, and I was like, he agreed to it. So which day, like what day are we doing this on, what time and stuff like that. So the interview was actually on Thursday. I went to school on that same day, came back, and then like around 9:15 they arrived. It was 4 people, 2 guys, 2 girls, and pretty much the 2 girls were just there to write about what we're saying, I guess, taking notes. Because they always want to take notes about me, boy. But yeah, so they were just sitting there taking notes. They might have asked a question or two during the interview. And pretty much one guy was recording and the other guy was asking the questions. And, I thought we were going to both be asked questions directly, but it ended up not being that way. The guy actually just focused on Chris more because I guess he's a professional, so they wanted to focus more on him in the documentary, and I guess because he's he has more stuff to talk about, I guess. So he was asking the questions directly to Chris, and I didn't know I had to butt in, but he told me after we took like a little break. So I told him, or I pretty much butted in, like, my brother talked way too much, and, I felt like I should talk on some things. So I did, I butted in and, said some things about stuff like Scuff, events, and pretty much streaming and YouTube. And yeah, I said some stuff about that stuff. That's a lot of stuff. But, I talked a little bit. My brother talked way too much. And what was cool is that they actually, after the interview, they actually came into our rooms and recorded us, talking about what we do on this monitor, what we do on this monitor, and what we do on that monitor. And pretty much they recorded us talking about it. And they also recorded us for like about 30 seconds to a minute, just playing the game, getting on the sticks and pressing buttons and killing virtual characters and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And, after that, like, after an hour and a half, dude, I was like, I contacted the guy I talked to on the phone. I was like, our interview is done, so when are we getting paid? And pretty much 30 minutes later, he messaged me back and said, yo, I sent you the money. So pretty much after an hour and a half, my brother and I both made $200. Yes, $200 in about an hour and a half in a day. Like, that's crazy, right? So I actually got an extra $25 because I got my brother to agree to the interview, which was pretty cool. So I made $225 and Chris made $200. But yeah, I deadass did not believe this was true. I thought my boy Neglect was messing with me. Like, I thought he was just like trolling me or whatever, but then, you know, after the day I interviewed, you know, I got money, so it was pretty cool. You know, and I'd just like to thank, you know, George or Neglect for actually telling me and letting me know. And, you know, it was kind of meant to be if you think about it, because I just randomly called them. And on top of that, we were the last people to get interviewed in LA, in the LA area, because they were leaving the next day, and they were pretty much done with their, you know, interviews for the documentary. So we were the last people to get interviewed, we were the last people to get paid, and, you know, we were the last people to get the spot to be interviewed, which was crazy. And it was, I'm the reason why it happened, dude. Like, if I called later that day or something, the spot probably would have been taken, already. And, you know, it was crazy because just randomly I'm like, yo, I just got on a call and great stuff happened. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I know it was not that entertaining, but I mean, it's a little story. So yeah.